Alrighty, welcome to part 10. And in case you're wondering, the problem with the last one was the light had no radius. It was just a blob of nothing. So I gave it a little bit of radius, and then you can see the thing starting to form in there. So, what we need now is I'm going to change this to realistic so we can get the shadows right. So in this picture, you can see the shadows are kind of coming this way, and they're soft. So, let's try to emulate that with our little light. Let's delete this. Okay, save. So I'm going to bring it back, and then just play around with it until I get the shadow right where I want it. Right about there seems good. And then the shadows also are giving a little bit of shadow on the top. So right about there, I'd say. Now you can play with it and adjust it. The farther away it is, the softer the shadows will be. But also the more, the multiplier is going to need to be. Let's change this to, I don't know, call it 100. And let's render it out again, just to see what we have. Now, I have no walls or anything, so my global illumination isn't quite perfect. But we'll see if we actually get anything. No, so we don't even get anything. Let's try 1,000. This should give us something. Yeah, there we go. So there's our basic lantern thing, and the shadows are almost perfect. A bit too high, though. You can tell that because right here these things are almost covered, but in the picture they're not. Oh, that's rendering the wrong one. And I'll show you some of the render settings later, but just for now, let's go from here. There we go, that's looking good. So, let's get some walls in our scene. Okay, wow, that was a long phone call, but I'm back in action. So, while I was on the phone, I kind of figured out some things. So first off, I moved our light a bit closer here. It's about where a desk lamp would be. And then for the color, instead of manually doing it, I went to temperature and researched the temperature of lights. And a basic kind of light that'll give us the color I'm looking for, which is here, is going to be about 2,700 degrees. I don't know if it's in Celsius or Kelvin, but whatever. Anyway, and then the luminous power, I just put it in lumens at 5,400. That's not really an accurate number, but I don't know. I think it'll work anyway. Radius is 0.075 meters, so that's good, and that'll give us something really close to the actual image. Now, we don't have any, light bouncing really. I mean, it's on, but there's nothing to bounce it against. So, just the basic overall color, and I increased the specularity of my texture a bit. But then again, like I said, I'll go into that later. So, or the reflections is what I meant. Anyway, let's carry on with what we were doing. So, actually, let me pull this picture back up and go over here. So, let's create the, I guess, walls so that we have something for it to bounce off of. So, I figure we have to have a floor first. So, I'm wondering, how can we do this? So I can't actually see the floor anywhere. Why is that? This is definitely a plane. Where's our... oh, that's why I can't see the floor. It's way up there. So, in the front view here, just ignore that and line this up as best you can. Again, no one will see it, so. Now in the picture here, you can see that there's a line right here, and this is where everything kind of comes to a point. So we're going to try to emulate that in our little scene here. So what we're going to do is select all of our edges and shift drag them up. Now you want them, so that's about, I figure they probably got, I don't know, 2.5 meter ceilings or something, somewhere around there. So I think a little higher maybe, right about there. And if you think about it, right where I said it would be, look at this. Theirs is right there, and ours is right there. So we're really close. So now let's adjust it a bit more. So this has got to be kind of to, ooh, wrong one. Which one is it? This one, kind of, this one. It's got to be to the left there. I'm going to select these and bring them in a bit, or out, I guess. And there we go. This will be kind of like our basic room. It's a pretty big room. I'm actually going to bring these in, because this is a desk. It's probably really close to a wall, and that'll allow for extra reflections to be in there. Okay? And if we just quickly render this out, we'll see what we get. Alright, so here we are, and again, there's the phone. This is actually really good looking. Because I did the right research and got the correct colors, you can see that the walls, even though they're pink, I mean, we'll change them to eggshell color eventually, the colors are almost perfectly matched. Now, one thing I noticed though is the wood is a bit darker here. This wood on top, I don't know if it's different wood or if it's just the lighting, but we might adjust that in the end. But anyway, we're not on textures yet, so let's carry on. Let me save this. Alright, yes, just make sure to save your work. So, next there is some other stuff in this picture. We have a door. Looks like a door anyway. So let's, actually we have a painting too. Let's do the painting first. I'm just going to get these things kind of boxed in to begin with. Let's see, so the painting would be on this wall, somewhere over here. So just kind of make a little painting, a little square, convert to an editable poly, and then we'll adjust it so it looks quite similar. Alright, it's up here. Maybe a bit, well, it's actually not bad, a bit skinnier maybe. And maybe a bit farther over. There we go. We have the painting. Let me just block in where the door is gonna go. Okay, so it'll be, I really hope that's a door. I think it is. Probably right about there. And let's see, it's got to be on the ground, so comes to about here. Convert to editable poly, select these top things, drag it up just so it reaches about there. Apparently this is a wider door. It's probably not a door, just an entrance actually. And it goes to at least here. Okay, so there's the door. And let's see, what else do we need? Looks like there's some random stuff in the background. We might actually change this up a bit. I want it to kind of have more of like an Asian house theme. I'll do some research after this part's over. We can still have the picture, but I might change it to have like maybe a bamboo screen back here. I always thought those were kind of cool. And we might have some type of Asian looking chair, and this door we might make it kind of bamboo-y something or others. But let's continue for now. So I want, just for now, to make a plane right here. Okay. And convert to editable poly. This is going to be where is this exactly? I can't actually see this in any of these things here. Whoa, it's, look at that perspective working for you. I thought it was big, but I was drawing in the wrong viewport. What do you know? Let's delete that. And go back to where we were. Plane. And let's just make one over here. Again, this is just a temporary thing. Okay, convert to editable poly. I know it's floating in space, so let's just bring it over here. Edge. Let's see, this is front is where I want to be. Let's just bring it up a bit. Okay, edge again. Shift drag up. This is just going to be where the god damn it. Come on, shift drag. Be nice. There we go. Okay, so that's just going to be the start of our hallway. We don't really need much more. I'm going to actually make it go a bit farther out here, just in case you can see it. So this will give us some reflections back in there as well, eventually. I just want to put some more placeholders in here, so I do like that bamboo screen idea. So what I'm going to do is create a plane right here. Just have auto grid turned on. W, bring it out, and give it some. Oh, I'd like to give it some length segments. How many is this good? Yeah, I'd say 6 is good. I'll alter it later once I figure out how many segments these things traditionally are. But let's just quickly go in here and pull them back. And there we go. We have a little screen thing. It's going to go on the floor. These are generally high, almost 2 meters, so we'll put it right about here. And just to add some difference in the scene, we're going to kind of put it over so you can see the edge of it. Actually, yeah, this looks pretty good. Okay. Let me just quickly whip up a little. Wait, what is this? This looks good. I don't know what it is, but I have it. Again, these are all just temporary. I just want to get some quick textures on here so I can see kind of how the render is progressing. And this should be fine for that too. Alright, I'm going to render this out. I'll be right back. Okay, so here was the render. It looks pretty good. All the things are in the correct position and the colors are looking fairly good. You can see the wood frame of the picture is about the same. Again, it's a little bit darker, but like I said, we can fix that. And I found a picture of a screen, a typical Korean artistic screen. Looks pretty cool. You can find your own or use this one. Again, I just Googled it and it kind of came up like magic. So we will incorporate that into our textures soon enough. And you can see they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 panels. For us, we don't quite need that many, so I might cut off some, but it'll come from this side so you can't see. But we'll do that a little bit later. Actually, you know what we can do, just for the fun of it. Oh, that's bad. Control Z, camera moved. Alright, M. Let's just create a quick V-Ray material here. And your diffuse map, standard bitmap. Let's go to differences, rice screen. Okay. And just apply it to our little rice screen there. And I think it came out. Okay, so here we go with that quick material. You can just see it kind of accents it pretty nicely. I'll play with the size once I figure out how tall it is and whatnot. I'm thinking this is going to be kind of a aristocratic house, so what we might do, I'm just kind of going on the fly, is maybe make some parchment, put it on there, maybe a brush for calligraphy and whatnot. And this painting, I don't know, we'll see where that goes. Maybe we can do some kind of, I don't know, Korean painting, or I'll see what kind of cool artwork's out there. And for the door, I'm going to probably make one of those sliding Asian doors with the rice paper in between, and maybe have a small lantern on the outside, just bringing light in so you get a little bit of that backlight. But that'll be it for this part. I'll have some more information for you in the next one, and we'll see how it goes.